Hi everyone and welcome to this reading. If you're new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I receive messages prior to the reading and then I use my tarot and oracle decks to further elaborate on the messages that I'm receiving. I'm also an illustrator, so all of the tarot and oracle decks that you see on this channel are all my own. Hand illustrated by me, and if you are interested in any of those, the links to them can be found in the description box. So the song that was coming through, and it was a song that my daughter was singing all day yesterday, was from the Grease soundtrack, You're the One That I Want. And it was John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Now she was singing it, and of course then it got stuck in my head, so I've been singing it as well. Another reference that was coming through was the movie Life Itself, which is an older movie. I watched it yesterday because I've been prompted or guided to watch it. Generally when that happens, there's messages in it. There's a line fairly early on. They are friends, they are friends, and there's a line in there. She's well aware that he likes her, and she says to him, when are you going to ask me out, Will? And he basically turns to her and says, when I ask you out, I know that it will be the end of everything. It will be marriage, kids, the works. So he is holding back on asking her because it will be the end of life, the life that he knows. And not that he doesn't dislike his life, but he knows that from that point on, he can never just be her boyfriend. He wants everything with her. And it goes back to that song from Grease, You're the One That I Want. Her and only her. And if you've watched that movie, in the beginning, he plays off. I mean, they meet on a holiday and fall in love. And then by fate, she actually ends up at the school where he attends. And he's this real cool guy, and she's quiet and shy and innocent. And he kind of plays off that he isn't interested in her, but the reality is she is the one that he wants. So the other thing I was doing when I did my pre-shuffle, I asked Spirit for a card for this reading with reference to that song, You Are the One That I Want, and that movie, Life Itself. And I got this card, You Inspire Me. You inspire me. So whether it's you or your person, in both of those movies, they were strong. I mean, Olivia Newton-John's character, she was sweet and innocent, but she was very steadfast in her beliefs. And the same in this movie, Life Itself. I can't remember her name, the lady that played that character in that movie. Olivia, I think her name is. Olivia Wilde? Olivia, I think. She was a lot louder than Olivia Newton-John's character, than Sandy, but she was very steadfast. She knew what she wanted as well. So maybe you inspire, or your steadfastness, your determination, your strength of character is an inspiration to the other person in this relationship. And take it as it resonates. The other thing I will say is all my readings are timeless. So whenever you stumble across this reading, it is meant for you. So let's pull some cards. I'm going to use my Lovebirds Tarot deck and see what we get. Knight of Wands. Fire and Fire. Now in this deck, the Page of Wands, this guy here is actually drawn up behind the tree, and he's watching but not coming forward. Being inspired, you inspire me, by this girl, and then getting the strength to come forward and say, you're the one that I want. This person has maybe been watching you growing their love for you, Ten of Pentacles. Mercury and Virgo. Mercury is communication, growing their love for you, coming forward and saying, you're the one that I want, communicating with you that You are their everything. And as I said in that movie, Life Itself, he said to her, if I say to you, will you be my girlfriend? That's it. He's off the market for the rest of his life. She was his Ten of Pentacles. And that battle in the mind, Five of Wands, that's Saturn in Leo. Saturn is your karmic lessons, things that you are battling. You know, maybe it's the courage to actually say that you like somebody. Maybe it's the fear. Leo is the strength card. Having the strength to face the fear of actually admitting that this person is your Ten of Pentacles in order to be able to come forward and tell them that you are their Two of Cups. That's the soulmate card. Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. Venus is the sign of love. Cancer is the Chariot coming forward to tell you that you are their Two of Cups, telling you you are the one that I want. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Because the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. Makes me want to watch that movie now. Two of Cups coming forward, getting the courage to come out from behind the tree and actually come forward and profess that love. And I think sometimes too, like in that movie, you know, as I said, Life Itself, he said to her, I know that you are everything. You are the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. Well, if you know that, then it would be awfully frightening then if that person said, oh, actually, no, I don't like you that way. My feelings aren't the same. Because if you've put that person on a pedestal and they are your everything, then if you get rejected, literally, they get knocked off their feet. You knocked them off their feet, but your rejection would also knock them off their feet. And so it's this battle, the Five of Wands. And maybe a battle of ego. I mean, Five of Wands, Saturn in Leo. Leo is the lion. A battle of ego. A battle of pride. Will my pride get hurt if I get rejected? Ace of Cups. No, it won't, because this is a destined connection. The Ace of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Full of beautiful emotion. And in this deck, this particular, the Lovebirds Tarot deck, I drew from a design, inspired by a design on a set of teacups that my grandmother gave me. And this is beautiful because it just ties in beautifully. So my grandmother gave me this set of teacups. I love blue and white china, so I went researching into the story. And the story is of a girl and a guy in love, but they are forbidden to be together. And so they decide to put their love first and they run away. He waits for her. Actually, I'm going to find the cards. Bear with me. It'll be the last card. I just know it. And it was almost the last card. Okay, so these two birds here. So he waits for her. He waits for her in the middle of the night, unsure if she's going to arrive. Now, in that scene from Greece, don't they climb up something and then they're walking along? They climb upstairs and she's coming from one way and he's coming from the other way. So this is him waiting for her. She arrives, she's waiting for him, and then they run away together. 8 of Wands, so forward movement. They express their love, they put their love first, they run away together. And as they're running away into the night, this is a dragon which depicts God. Now, God is who brings the Ace of Cups. So they're about to be captured, about to be put to death because they're forbidden to be together. God turns them, and it's why it's called the Lovebirds Tarot. God turns them into a pair of birds so that they can fly away to their freedom. And in that, now I'm not going to give you much of the storyline, but in that life itself storyline, as with that connection between my grandmother and this tarot deck, in that storyline of life itself, there are lots of interwoven things between grandchildren and grandmothers. Beautiful, beautiful, fated storylines that are woven through that movie that reflect that relationship between multi-generations. People potentially guiding this connection that you have with your person, guiding you back together. And whether it's in the 3D, in the physical, or whether it's actually in the spirit realm, your angels, your guides, your ancestors. And on the bottom, we've got the 8 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords is Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter is luck, expansion. Gemini used to be called the choice card. Gemini is the twins, that divine masculine, divine feminine. 2 birds here, 2 birds here, two of cups here, 2 people here. 8 of Swords is in that movie Life Itself. Him battling in his mind, feeling stuck. If I come forward and say something. Knight of Wands here, making the effort to come down from behind the tree, coming forward and saying something. You're the one that I want. Coming forward and saying something, getting out of this 8 of Swords. And being guided by grandmothers, grandfathers, people in your life, giving you the courage. Maybe they're also inspiring you to take the leap. Have a look. Knight of Wands, 2 of Swords. Now that is the moon in Libra. The moon is what's hidden. That choice. Do I come forward or do I not? If this person is my everything, what will I do if they don't feel the same way? And the song is saying, you're the one that I want. And they both sing that line. You're the one that I want. They both want the same thing. So on the bottom, oh, look at that. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, Jupiter in Capricorn. Should I stay or should I go? Should I make the decision? The 6 of Wands, which is Jupiter in Leo. 2 Jupiters. And the 7 of Cups, Venus in Pisces. Which cup are you going to choose? The Spirit is saying, choose the 2 of Cups. King of Wands. Now, oftentimes the King of Wands to me is that, I always say it, all the gear but no idea. The energy that's coming off that is how, what was his name in that movie? Danny. How Danny comes across in the beginning of that movie. Not when they first are together, on holiday. I'm talking about when she turns up at the school and he acts like he's all cool and tough and, like, but really he's desperately in love with her. And sometimes people are like that because they're overwhelmed by their feelings for that other person, that they put on this facade like it doesn't matter. When if you see that facade, you know that it does. It matters tremendously to that person. The Hermit is Virgo energy. And I'm hearing just go for it. Just go for it. This person being taken deep inside. Maybe with this You Inspire Me card, you actually made this person do some reflection, some internal reflection, which has brought them out of this King of Wands energy and into this energy where they can come forward, stand up on that step and say, those cards that he was standing on the step and saying, like that song, you are the one that I want. And that's what brings this beautiful new beginning. The Moon. But it's hidden. The new beginning is hidden because part of the lesson is being vulnerable. Vulnerable. Okay, let's have a look. Make sure that I've got this the right way up. Knight of Wands. Eight of Cups, walking away, and the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is number 5. It is change. King of Wands here. Danny changing his core patterns of, it's more important to look cool, and actually internally reflecting and going into, well, I actually want to be with somebody that I love. Walking away from that thought process, walking away from those patterns that keep you in this King of Wands energy and behavior. Eight of Cups is Saturn in Pisces. Saturn, your karmic teacher. Learning those lessons of, if I stay in this King of Wands energy, Pisces is emotions. If I stay in this King of Wands energy, I am never going to have an emotional connection with somebody. It's all going to be on the surface. I need to come forward. 10 of Pentacles. I need to come forward. 8 of Wands. So we've got 2 8s here. Now, 8 of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury is communication. Sagittarius is the archer takes his shot. The archer takes his shot. 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is the Sun in Scorpio. Enlightenment. Scorpio is death and rebirth. Rebirthing a situation. In that movie, Grease, they had a relationship, it ended, and then they met each other again. 6 of Cups is somebody from your past returning. In the movie Life itself, through the intertwining of fate that happened within that, there was a connection back from grandchildren to grandparents, people from your past returning. And as I said, we've got 8, 8 here. 8 this year is in numerology, the number 8. 8 is karmic lessons. 8 is also abundance. So the wrapping up of the karmic lessons that you have learnt in your life in order to progress forward. If you make the decision to progress forward. 10 of Wands. Saturn and Sagittarius. Saturn again, karmic lessons. Sagittarius, the archer takes his shot. What burdens are you carrying? What do you need to release in order to make that decision to move forward? Because you can sit and watch somebody. You can sit and watch somebody and admire somebody and be inspired by somebody, but that's passive. You actually have to then make the decision to take that inspiration and act on it. Act on it with this Eight of Wands here. And you get this victory, you get this Six of Wands, you get this Ace of Cups. But that getting of that requires action. You know, and as I said, go back to that movie. She says to me, when are you going to ask me out, Will? Because she's aware for ages that he likes her. But he's just holding back. Holding back. King of Cups. So in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the King of Cups sits on a chair, and I think he's got 1 foot in the water. So he's not all the way in. He's kind of dipping his toe in the water. So he holds the full cup, but he doesn't necessarily give it. Going back to that movie, Life Itself, he knows that he absolutely adores her and she's everything. But he knows that once he actually verbalizes it, that's it. It's endgame. The same in Greece. He knows that she is the one that he wants. But he's got to break through this exterior in order to actually say it. The King of Cups. Interesting. Seven of Swords. Moon in Aquarius. And again, we've got the Moon card here. The Moon in Aquarius. So often that card is seen as deceptive. Illusions. Trickery. You know, Danny in Greece pretending that he doesn't have feelings, yet secretly watching her. In Life Itself, it's that trickery that he's got going on in his mind, knowing that he just adores her, but that fear stopping him from coming forward because he knows that if he does, that will be the end. And what if she rejects me? Okay, let's have a look. This is Divine Messages. So what messages does Spirit have for you? This is lovely. Spirit is saying, clearly decide what you want. Or saying to this person, clearly decide what you want. Well, they know what they want. They've just got to verbalize it. Clearly decide what you want. You're the one that I want. True North. This is a destined connection. You were meant to inspire this person. Maybe be the catalyst for change is what I'm hearing. Catalyst for change, death and rebirth. Get this person out of this energy. Elevate their soul. Evolution of the soul. That's what Sandy did for Danny. He evolved through the connection that she had with him. In between worlds. That's where you are until this person makes a decision to come forward. In between worlds. That's where they are. In between worlds. And heavy burdens. We had that with the Ten of Wands before. Ten of Wands here. Heavy burdens. Dropping the illusions. And heading towards love. And on the bottom, release control, perfectly blind. Some things are meant to be hidden. And that goes back to that, you know, those two standing on the steps, not knowing whether the other person is coming or not. Releasing control, perfectly blind. Trusting that you are being guided. Trusting that you are being led in the right direction. And that movie Life Itself, and I can't give you the ending, but that beautiful way that it was woven through to the end that connects grandchildren and grandparents together. It was all hidden, and it was in that last scene of the movie, and it tied it all back together. Some things were meant to be hidden. And I'm pretty good in movies. I actually pick up on things really, really quickly, but I missed what was happening there. Well, I kind of cottoned onto it a little bit, but it was beautiful, really, really beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look at what angels are guiding you. 35, Shevakia, reconciliation, peace and harmony, reconciling this relationship. Removing any confusion. Number 15, Hariel, morality. 45, I've not had this one. I can't say it. Sihalia, motivation and willpower. Giving this person the motivation and willpower to actually say, you are the one that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 54, so we've got 9 here. 45 is 9, 54 is 9. So that's mirroring. Mercy, Nithel, mirroring. And in that movie, as I said, that song, You're the One That I Want, she was singing it and he was singing it. So the feelings here are reciprocated. And number 9 again, Hazael, divine mercy and forgiveness. Forgiveness for any confusion that is brought on by indecisiveness, by a lack of knowing how the other person feels. Okay, let's get some channel messages from your person. I sabotage this because of fear. Really? That's exactly what's playing out in the cards. That fear of coming forwards and saying, that fear of changing. And maybe you're friends with this person. In that movie Life Itself, they were friends. That fear of changing it from friendship to a relationship. Take a chance on me. That's what she said. When are you going to ask me? Opposites attract. You may be very, very different from each other, but that's actually good. I am so protective of you. I miss you. And the truth will set you free. And on the bottom, path and purpose. This person was meant to, or you were meant to inspire this person. Take it as it resonates. They were a guide on your path. This hermit here, they were a guide, or you were a guide on their path into recognizing their true purpose. Path and purpose. Okay, I'm going to get some Scrabble tiles. These have got letters and numbers on them, which I'll read out. I usually say that it is potentially your first, middle, last initial, or that of the person that you are dealing with. It could be something else which pertains to your connection, but I will read them out. Okay. So we have a V and a 4, a B and a 3, a T and a 1, a J and an 8, an R and a 1, an M and a 3, a K and a 5, a U and a 1. Maybe this person needs a bit of Dutch courage, and a Z and a 10. Okay, that is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me today. If you are interested in any of my decks, the links for those can be found in the description box. I will link that song and the music video for it. It may just be a clip from the movie for it in the description box. Take notice of the lyrics, but also of the music video. I will also link the name of that movie as well. Thank you for joining me today. If you like this reading, give it a like. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified of future readings, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a reading once I post it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon.